Are you sick of boring chicken dinners? You need these chicken zucchini meatballs. They're juicy, freezer-friendly, packed with protein, and ready quickly. Hi, I'm Sarah Schlichter, a mom of almost 4 and a registered dietitian who shares easy family recipes and evidence-based feeding tips to help you feed your family. The meatballs need 25 to 30 minutes to cook, but it should only take us 10 minutes or less to prep. While the oven's preheating, the first thing we need to do is grate our zucchini. I use a box grater to do this. It's very easy, very quick. Once we grate the zucchini, this is a key step that you don't want to miss. We want to wring it out to reduce some of the moisture. Now we want the moisture from the zucchini, but we don't want too much moisture or the meatballs can become mushy. You don't have to peel the skin unless you want to. The skin adds extra fiber and nutrition. Then once you've shredded your zucchini, you're going to put a dish towel and or a paper towel down and transfer your shredded zucchini onto the paper towel. You'll see quickly how easy it is to take some moisture out, even just by covering it and pushing down. Sometimes I also like to wring it, and I'll use the dish towel on the outside to wring any additional moisture over the sink. Okay, now once we've let the zucchini wring out a little bit, we're just going to add all of our ingredients to a bowl. So a pound of ground chicken. You could also use ground turkey. Our spice mixture. Half a cup of breadcrumbs or panko, 1 egg, half a cup of shredded cheese. I used Parmesan here. Whoops. And I wrung out our zucchini. As you can see, I wrung it out with a paper towel. So the paper towel broke, but we saved the zucchini. It's about 1.5 cups total. And then you're going to mix this together. I honestly find mixing with my hand is just a little bit more efficient. I'm going to put my glove on. Now we're going to scoop our meatballs on a baking pan. My tip here is to use a cookie scooper. That way your meatballs are uniform in shape and size and they will cook evenly. What I really love about this meatball recipe is that it really does cater to the whole family. If you have a baby and you're doing baby-led weaning and that baby has shown readiness signs, is over 6 months and is eating solids, meatballs are a great food. They can hold it, bring it to their mouths. Plus they're getting all the protein, iron, and nutrients in chicken, some vitamin C and veggies with zucchini, some fiber. We do want to introduce allergens earlier rather than later. So an egg in here is an allergen, so you do want to introduce that by itself before you serve a food like this. Same with dairy, since we have cheese in here. But these meatballs are great for kids. They're great for busy families. The longest part is them in the oven, and your hands are free to do other things. Now, since I am about 5 weeks from meeting baby, I will be making a batch of these for postpartum. They freeze great. I'm going to be sharing some tips in the comments about how to reheat meatballs. You can freeze them raw or cooked and then reheat them. So we have about 20 here, and I probably could make a few more. So 20 to 24 meatballs, depending on size. The last thing I like to do, just to give them a little crunch on the outside, I like to just kind of pour some panko or breadcrumbs over the top. You don't have to do this. These are going to bake at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes. And while they're baking, I will be cleaning up. There we have them. Okay, let's talk about some modifications as I store these. So they'll be good in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. You can store them in the freezer for up to 4 months. If you want to store them in the freezer after you cook them, just cook them for 10 to 12 minutes at 375 when you're ready to reheat. If you store them raw, you're going to have to cook them longer. So I would say 30-ish minutes at 375. The main thing is the temperature inside the meatballs. The internal temperature needs to reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the way you'll know that is by using a food thermometer. I will link the one that I love below. It's so instant. You can also make these in the air fryer. It takes about 10 to 12 minutes at 375 degrees. Make sure you check out the description below for any allergen substitutions, gluten-free modifications, and more. Now let's try one. Oh my gosh, these are so good. I can just eat them by themselves, but some of my favorite dipping sauces are marinara sauce, barbecue sauce, tzatziki's really good, hummus, pesto, and avocado yogurt sauce, ketchup for kids, or even ranch. If you're looking for both kid-friendly and easy meals that kids and adults enjoy, make sure you hit subscribe now. If you make these chicken zucchini meatballs, let me know in the comments how you like them.